Nigri, me, Mawanzo. War is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I. Who man Adam called Son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means go with us. Matthew 1:23, Acts 4:12, Ephesians 4:13. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigritiia, which means land of the gods, Ki Swahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka you, peace from above. How you doing? Good to be here. Maximize thy blackness as we celebrate hump day, the middle of the week. Get the hump out your back, halfway out your back, because you got 2 more to go. Auntie How, welcome to Blacks, BLAX, Black TV, BLACK. Oh, excuse me. Where I expound upon the virtues of our foreparents, and I am teach knowledge, and I am teach the book of life. Kitabu Chai Uzima, what it calls itself 7 times, Revelations. Reading from the Revelations. Excuse me. Reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel. Agano ya Emmanuel. Reading from Philipians. I'm going to say that again. Philippians, I-E-E, chapter 2. One more time. Therefore, if there is any consolation in Emmanuel, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any affection and mercy, for my joy, by being like-minded, having the same love, being of one account, of one mind. Let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than himself. Let each of you look out not only for his own interest, but also for the interest of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Emmanuel, who being in the form of gold, did not consider it robbery to be equal with gods, but made himself of no reputation, taking the form of the bondservant and coming in the likeness of men, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even the death on a tree. Therefore, God also has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name. Let me say that again. Therefore, God also has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name. That of the name of Emmanuel. Every knee should bow, of those in heaven and of those on earth and of those under the earth. And that every tongue should confess that Emmanuel is teacher to the glory of God of gods, the Father of fathers. Therefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but how much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you both to will and to do for his good pleasure. Do all things without complaining and disputing, that you may become blameless and harmless children of God, without fault in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world, holding fast the word of life, so that I may rejoice in the day of Emmanuel, that I have not run in vain or labored in vain. Yes, and if I am being poured out as a drink offering on the sacrifice and service of your faith, I am glad and rejoice with you all. For the same reason, you also be glad and rejoice with me. But I trust in the teacher Emmanuel to send Timothy to you shortly, that I may also be encouraged when I know your state. For I have no one like minded who will sincerely care for your state. For all seek their own, not the things which are of Emmanuel. But you know this his proven character, that as a begotten son with his father, he served with me in the gospel. Therefore, I hope to send him at once, as soon as I see how it goes with me. But I trust in the goals that I myself shall also come shortly. Yet I consider it necessary to send to you a Paroditus, my brother, fellow worker, and fellow soldier, but your messenger and the one who ministered to my need. Since he was longing for you all and was distressed because you had heard that he was sick. For indeed he was sick almost unto death, but God had mercy on him, and not only on him, but on me also, lest I should have sorrow upon sorrow. Therefore I sent him the more eagerly, that when you see him again you may rejoice, and I may be less sorrowful. Receive him therefore in the gold with all gladness, and hold such men in esteem. Because for the work of Emmanuel he came close to death, not regarding his life, to supply what was lacking in your service towards me. Interesting. One more time. Philipians chapter 2, verse 9. Therefore, God also has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name. Emmanuel. Keep telling y'all. That's why you keep hearing me saying Emmanuel. That's why you can see where I write Emmanuel. Look at chapter 2 at the top. See where that is crossed out, and see what it says up at the top? Emmanuel. One more time. This is how I am trained to understand the book of life. This is how I am taught to teach knowledge. One more time. What does it say again? Say it again. Therefore, God also has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name. Emmanuel. Jesus ain't above every name, because you got Acts 13:6, that guy named Bar Jesus. His name is not above every name. Bar Jesus. Jesus is connected to sorcery. For Bar Jesus was and is a Jew. Bar Jesus was and is a sorcerer. One more time. Bar Jesus is a Jew. Jew. Bar Jesus is a Jew, but Jesus is a sorcerer. How can Jesus be exalted above every other name when it is connected? I'm going to say it again. Connected to sorcery. Emmanuel is connected to go with us. And since our knowledge of solid foundation requires 4 points, since I knowledge that, the only thing I can do is make it happen. Only thing I can do is make it happen that I knowledge because of God through his power. How it really truly goes. How the whole thing is about understanding Emmanuel, whose name means go with us. Understanding that God made him a perfect man. He is perfect. He's not perfect because I say he's perfect. Ephesians 4:13, a perfect man. Here we go again. Philipians chapter 2, verse 9. And given him the name which is above every name. Above every name. His name starts off with gold. Then with us. Its meaning is God first. Then with us. And again, me being directly connected. I noticed that every foundation got 4 points. One more time. Emmanuel says go means go with us. 3 points. To me, it means go with us. Me. One more time. Me. Go with us. Me. Because I am a pure blood, because I seeded it up. Everything with a solid foundation has 4 points. Go with us, me. I'm just saying, everything with a solid foundation requires 4 points. For the goal, she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man, Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Adam, the one and only, who knows nothing about the inside of woman's womb, for he came straight from the womb of she, son, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And Eve, she, son, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, who asked to walk on earth with gods, and how man became mortal. Because before Eve, man was short nothing. When he was short of his rear, he became mortal man. One more time. There's one name and one name only given unto men on earth, guaranteed to get you to heaven. There it is again about that name. The one name. That means go with us. One more time. Matthew 1:23. is Matthew 125. If you want it to be, you had a choice. You can be reading the Bible, or you can read the book of life. You can take the corner, go to the corner, peel that off, and then do what I did. Write on your book of life. And that's what you'll be reading. When you're reading book of life, you are reading about the forefathers. You are reading about our history facts. Because I teach, I am knowledge, because I seeded it up and I asked, what is my purpose? My purpose is to teach in and of Emmanuel, to teach in and of pure bloods, to teach, to seed it up, to teach that you have a choice. You can knowledge Matthew 123 and then go to 125 and not, and then act like you don't see it and equate it to 123, or you can knowledge 125 by erasing JESUS and putting Imanuel, because it's your book, because you are reading book of life. And when you read the book of life, it tells you exactly who you are. For your feet polished gold, your head a wool of a lamb, as is in and of Emmanuel. That's why those who have no feet polished gold, those who have no head of wool of a lamb, you do not hear them speak upon Matthew 123, because they knowledge, they dares not to disrespect he who is. Because they knowledge he's there. One more time. They knowledge he's there. That's why you have the priests showing themselves to their people as they put their mouth on little boys' private parts in public. And then behind closed doors, they bow their head and get on their knees to the black child. One more time. I'm going to say that one more time. Those feet, pair, hair straight in public display to their people. They put their mouths on little boys' private parts. And then behind closed doors, they get on their knees and they bow their heads to the black baby boy, who they knowledge is Emmanuel. Choices. Matthew 123 or Matthew 125. See? Me, Matthew 123 starts right there and it keeps going. I no longer see JESUS. It's irrelevant to me. It's relevant to them. JESUS is relevant to them because that's their God. Allah is their God. Buddha is their God. Jehovah is their God. It's relevant to them. I'm not going to tell them that they have to believe in my God. They the one going to try to tell me that I need to believe in Jesus. And when I tell them Jesus, they ain't going to want to hear that. They ain't going to want to hear me when I tell them Jesus, because they going to keep saying Jesus. And then I'm going to ask them the most important question: what's the first letter in Jesus? That's all I need to hear, because they're not going to answer me. Because in order to tell me that the first letter in Jesus is J, they also have to tell me that, yeah, you was right what you say. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. One more time. Trip, seeds, trip, seeds, trip, seeds. Group, gone, collected, www. Whole wide world. Nigri, ni, Mawanzo. Gold is the beginning. And the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, as you win. Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I am Emmanuel. Matthew 1:23, whose name is God with us. Acts 4:12, one and only name. Ephesians 4:13, the perfect man. In and of the motherland, Nigeria, Nigeria, which means land of the gods. Kiswahili, Tava Babel, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka juu, peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel, one more time. What did it just tell you again about the one and only name? Which means go with us, go with me, go with he, she, who seated it